And one fish, two fish. And one fish, two fish. And red fish, blue fish. Two fish. And red fish, blue fish. All right, I think that's good. All right, I think that's good. Let's just go check out. All right, I really got to get that. Let's just thing removed. I really got to get that thing removed. Oh, hey Willie, how are you doing? All right, I'm still echoing. Hold on. Let's check the YouTube. Willie, how are you doing? All right, I'm still echoing. Hold on. Let's check the YouTube. All right, hey, good to see you, Charles. Sorry you're not going to be hanging out much, but another long work week. All right, hey, everybody, check out CS Bond. And also, we got the awesome sauce that is Willie in the house. And I think I'm just texturing stuff tonight. I was working on this on last stream. The Nocturne gown. I think I added. Are the Morse still in here? Did I lose the Morse? I don't think I'm working on that today. Adjustment Morse. There was like an adjust straps, thicker, something like the strap width. There we go. So we did that last stream. I think we set up some materials. I don't. Did I actually put any in here? Hey, it's Rod Shelley. How are you doing, Rod? Oh, I'm sorry, Rod Shelley. I hope you can get some good rest if you're still there, Charles. Definitely look forward to Cali. Yeah, it's for those high class parties at the strip club. Yo, DZ, how are you doing? What am I doing now? See, I've already forgot. Easy walks in the house and I forget everything. I think I'm gonna maybe start setting up some materials. I want to start working on. I've got the two other lingerie outfits, so I think I'm gonna. Does the dress come with scissors? No, you have to provide your own. It comes with panties, though. It does have panties. There they go. So this time I'm actually making panties instead of just giving you an option to hide the naughty bits with a geo shell. So that's what we're doing with this one. Did I do any of the materials on this? I was setting up materials last time. I think I'm gonna get get something started on here and we'll save that out. Then I'll move over to substance. Or I want to check. I might do some morphs on another outfit, and then we'll start texturing it more in substance. So that's what's in plan. The Rockabilly swim outfit or swing outfit is I'm in the middle of finishing up promos for that, and hopefully can get that submitted tomorrow to Daz. We'll see how that works out. You need a short range cruise missile. Anyone got any extra taking up space in your garage? No, I've only got anti aircraft missiles. Ground to air stuff. Sorry, man. Uh, I used all my cruise stuff up last 4th of July. And then I wonder why the FBI comes knocking on my door. Bow and arrow. Uh, let me get some materials on here. Save those, get that started. Move on to finishing some works on another outfit. I'm gonna launch Substance. You can tell I have no real plan today. Although I've got a bunch of projects to work on, so I'm gonna probably jump around between a couple of those, and we'll show off where we are with the Rockabilly wing, which I'm trying to finish up for Daz. There you go. Are you my new? Yeah, you're my promos. So we are currently looking like this. This might be the main promo image, but I haven't quite decided yet. I'd do something better. I might swap that out. You don't. You're. Yeah, my cars sleep outside too. So, well, I actually keep. When I say I keep it in a garage, I actually mean my mudroom. Your ass swipe neighbor has been playing their loud noise pollution all freaking afternoon. Oh, dude, and they're probably going to do that until after the 4th. That's going to be fun. What are they celebrating my birthday? I think I'm going to do a little giveaway on Saturday, probably on the Saturday night social. I think it's probably going to be a $25 Redbubble gift certificate. So if you want to get a Chris Cox mug, you could. But because it's going to be a gift certificate, you could probably just spend it on anything you wanted. Although it would be really cool if you bought one of my mugs. It's looking gnarly to the north. Oh, dude. Hope that means not really bad weather for you. We've got rain. It's only 65 today. That is like a good 30 degrees cooler than it was yesterday. Anyhow, let me get some materials on here, and I just want to get this loaded up and started. Um, let's do that. I'm gonna come over here, try to figure out where I saved stuff. Oh my gosh, my Explorer window is just rolling across two screens. Let's fix that. That's better. All right, so this is over in lingerie. And I'm calling this nocturne. And we have our textures. I did say my textures, didn't I? I did. These were what we were working on. I think this was just Tuesday, right? Looks vaguely familiar. And it looks like I set up 6 different texture styles and a base buff. I just have to kind of figure out what I want the default texture to look like. Maybe we'll go with that. Let's set it up with that. And we've got our dirty versions. See, Rod's a satisfied customer with the mugs. I got that Rod mug here too, but I'm drinking out of my mug today. We got the Charles mug over there. Okay, let's do this. Let's get some materials on here. All right, so I think I've got my base shader. I'm showing my hiddens. Let's hide those. There we go. This makes things a lot easier. Collapses that list down. I'm going to put that into base color. I don't think there were any metallics, so we're just going to set metallicity to black or to 0. Do I have a glossy roughness in here somewhere? There is the, you know what? We're going to use linen. So there's the linen. I'm going to use that in the glossy roughness channel. Add this height map. You know what? I'm going to adjust the height map real quick here. I'm just going to base out the contrast on that. So that the darks are black and the lights are white. So we're just going to do, here, we'll just adjust. Yeah, everything's just clumped in the middle, but we can improve that. And put you over there. Put you kind of like that. Yeah, okay, save that. Put you off to the side, take you and drag you into the, somewhere over here is a bump channel. We do have a normal map. We'll just drop that in here too. And I do have an opacity map. Let's go ahead and, I feel like I did this. I guess I just didn't bother saving it. Because that's just the way my brain falls out sometimes. And actually, as clever as I was, you know what? This is all on one map. I'm going to set this up so we can use a single material file to apply to either this or this. So what I'm going to do is load in an OBJ file that has all the material names on it. And then we can save that out. So here, let's do that. I want to do an import existing file. There we go. And we are looking for, there should be a file with ID sitting in my substance folder. So we're gonna import that and use that for saving our material files. That has the materials for both the panties and the gown. So that way you can use one material file on either of them. I've been trying to do that more often. This makes it easy. It just makes the material files cleaner looking when you don't have like one for each individual item. And my brain has stopped because I'm looking for lingerie. There we go. Pop over here, nocturne gown. We look in the SWIP folder. Over here in the substance folder, there should be a folder like that. And I can't show you this because I can't move this window. But that looks like it has the panties and the gown in it together. So we're going to open that up and bring that in. And those, so here, let's hide this. I don't need to be seeing this stuff. So we're going to work with just this OBJ file. Just has, should have all the material names that I want right there. And actually, I already did this. Let's pop back over here. I'm gonna come over here and copy that. Then we can come back over here, paste it like so. And then here we'll say this. Since I'm going to do some material files, we're going to turn off our content, our smart content, so that we don't spend 2 or 3 minutes saving each file. So we do that, stop mode, smart, accept, good to go. Now we're ready to start cranking these out. File, material preset, there we go. I'm going to call this, what is this? Nocturne Gown 01 T01. Do that. Do I don't have simulation settings, so I can probably just accept that. Should be good. You're going to be revamping the RB store soon. At least it's in the plan. I mean, like the way you're going to start using Daz? I'm sorry, Rod. Um, all right, one down. Let's set up the dirty version. The difference is the color texture and also the the glossy roughness is a little bit different on the dirty version. I think I have a glossy. There it is. We're going to just drop that over there. And then there's a orange version of the texture for that. And you know what? I should have had everything selected when I did that. That's better. All right, now we're going to just save that right there. I'm going to change that name to say Warren Boutique 01. Should be able to just save that because we don't have simulation settings. You know what? We can just knock these out real quick now that we're here. Let's do Boutique. Let's call you Boutique 02. That not do what I wanted to do. Holy, it's downpouring here. Dang, dude. All right, do that. Pop that into the color channel. Save that. Click on that. Call you 202. 22. There we go. Accept. Take this one, put it into the color channel. Come over here. Material preset. It's going to be 03 Boutique 3. Accept that. All right, now we'll do the florals. Uh-oh, those were the wrong textures. Damn it. No wonder they looked so dark. That's okay, we can just resave. Material preset, there we go. Go there. All right, now we've got the florals. Floral number 1. And you are 04. You're going to be floral 01. That. At least it chased the noisy buttons inside. Well, there is that. And you didn't have to pay for it. Not nearly as expensive as that cruise missile you were just trying to order. You know what? We might render some thumbnails here in a minute. I can make some good time on these. Oh, I didn't change the number on that one. It's supposed to be 06. I forgot to change that to be 05, so we'll rename that. Always looking on the bright side of life. Can't whistle worth a damn. But if I could, that would sound like Monty Python. All right, we're going to knock out these worn ones. Hero preset. Take that. The word worn right there. You know what? I'm going to put that on the clipboard. That's worn 03. You know what? I actually have a button for these, if I can remember how to use it. 03 Batik. Worn there. Save that. Which one have you used this? That's a shader preset. That's a material preset. So instead of having to come down here, I can just click on this button right here because I stuck it on the toolbar, which I keep forgetting about. Okay, I think you were the floral 01 floral worn. Somebody didn't put a space in the right place. That's floral 02. Do I have two spaces in here or just one? I thought I just saw one. I'm double checking. Yeah, I see one there. I see one there. Okay. I'm good. And you are right there. And then I think I'm going to do 3 fancy ones, but I'm going to do those later. There we go. That. Click on that. Put the word worn right there. And those should be good. So I've got 12 starter materials, and these can be applied to either the panty or the, at least that's the theory. Let's make sure it works. Shit. I should have done that with the first one, honestly. So let's hide that. Let's bring these back. Select the panty, and yeah, I'm not sure if that changed. So what is up with the panty? Let's take a look. Does it still have garbage names? No, it's got good names. Front, rear. Is that working? Those seem to be working. Okay, let's double check this and see. Let's hide that. Yeah, you're not doing anything. What is the difference between that and that? This has got extra garbage in the names. That's what happened. And these don't have the garbage. So I can either rename. Yeah, I gotta rename these and then I'll just resave them. I'll do that later. That'll be easy enough. Take care of later. So for some reason, my OBJ's got extra garbage in the names. Dang it. Daz did that. I think Daz got confused. For some reason, it felt the need to add extra garbage to the material names. I should take a look at the OBJ exporter and see if there's an option to not do that. Anyhow, I have to clean that up so I can resave these later. I'm not going to do that on stream. Just went to all the trouble. I'm just kind of. Also, you probably need to say underscore front, don't you? I should have done that at the beginning, right off the bat. We watched Life of Brian recently. Always a good movie. It's no Holy Grail, but I mean, if you've gotten tired of watching Holy Grail for the 1000th time, you might want to watch Life of Brian. Where are we? I think I'm good. I think I'm going to work on. I'm going to save this. Actually, I'm going to set this up for a thumbnail. Let's do that. So I'm over here to render settings. And when I say thumbnail, I mean I'm actually going to set it up to render tip files. This will be 256 by 256, which we will then, that'll make the tip files when we render it, and then we'll size those down to be thumbnails. I'm going to go look for a background that we're going to use for these. Oh, hold on. The content library over to screen 2 for a minute. Okay, I can bring content library back now. I know I'm in a safe spot. I'm in a safe space here. So cake 1. Do I want to use one of these maybe? I'm trying to remember. What am I doing? You know what? Maybe. Let's try this. I'm going to hide that just for right now. Let's see how this works for a thumbnail. You know what? Let's go back to where we came from. Just for purposes, copy. Paste that. Did you not paste? You did paste. Okay. Then if I render, is this what I want to use for my thumbnails? That's not making it any bigger. Yeah, it's going to work, except I've got my default lights on. Let's turn those off. Those lights are blowing everything out right now. There it is. There's that light set. I have a light set that I have in I load by default that has a key light, a fill light, a backlight, a rim light, and a background light. I also have this little light target that these 4 point at. So as I move this target about, changes what the focus in the scene is. For the lights, you can kind of see everything kind of tracks off of that except for this background light. Anyhow, I don't need that for this. I'm going to turn that off. Render this again. And debate whether or not that's what I want my thumbnails to look like. Do I want to go with something else? Let's take a look at something else. I want something a little lighter. You know what? I think I'm going to use that. Maybe not. Let's take a look. I might go with that. I don't know. This is one of those purchases. It looked cool at the time, but I never end up using these black and white ones. These I tend to use incessantly. And then there's the pastels, which I kind of like. So maybe I'll try that one and see what it looks like. You know what? I think I'm going to go with that this time. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to render all my thumbnails with that. All right, let's save this as a thumbnail file. File, save as scene. I'm going to look at promos. And do I have a nocturne gown folder yet? I do not. Nocturne gown. This will be nocturne gown thumbs. Save that. So I think that's what I want to do with this for now. I think so. What did I have? Let's take a look at where I left off with substance on this. I do have the linen one. We're going to save that, and that's going to be clean and dirty as well. Also, I wanted to do at least a couple more. So I guess I'll export those out. I think I was working on those. And then I'm going to move on to the Twilight Teddy, and that needs texturing. So I think I'm going to do that. And that has an opacity map, kind of like that. I'm not sure. Did I do that twice? Was I thinking of maybe? Yeah, and then I have this other one, something like this. So let me get those. I'm going to call those glitters. But and then we need to save out the dirty versions of the glitters. Control Shift E. And they're going to be glitter 1 and glitter 2. And we're going to do 6 channels because we need the opacity maps on those. Pop over here. Oh, I still got too much garbage in here. Hold on. I got to redo that. Throw all of that out. I can't. It's faster for me to sort things out by just recreating these things. Okay, are any of you black? No. Are any of you white? No. So I'm going to keep all of these. Do I have actually a decent normal map? I think I do. I want my normal. Okay. We're going to touch this up. So if we take a look at the current height map, kind of getting this pattern in here. But what it's not doing is it's not generating a normal map. This normal is coming from probably down here, this cotton texture. I'm going to add a filter on here that'll convert this height map into a normal map. So let's do that. Let's put a filter on here. Somewhere in here is bump to normal, normal from bump, something like that. Height to bump. Is that what it is? Height to normal. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. I have to tweak that a little bit though, because usually the default is much too strong, and it looks pretty gruesome. We're just going to dial that back. 5 maybe. I use that as the normal map. All right, we're going to export that again. Pop back over to here. All right, I should have a better. See, that's more representative of what we've got going on. All right, let's rename all of you buggers. I am going to replace gown with gown underscore glitter 01. Looking good. Apply that. Yay. All right, let's cut that stuff. I just drop it over here into the Nocturne Gown folder. All right, we'll do the dirty version real quick while we're here. So I'm just going to turn on my dirt. I'm lazy. I really tend not to alter this dirt. So that should. Somebody's doing shout outs. Is that Art? Hey, Art, how are you doing? Yep, Charles is here, but I think he's gone to sleep because they were just working him too hard. But thank you for being here, Art. Always a pleasure to catch you, man. Oh, and I forgot to shout out DZ. I'm the bad host. DZ's in here too. Make sure you're checking out. Check out DZ over at Daz and Renderosity. Super cool stuff. I don't know if they've got anything on sale now, but he's been getting a lot of stuff on sale recently, so keep those eyes out. You've been thinking, geez, I really want that D-Zang, that really cool D-Zang swimsuit or whatever. Keep an eye peeled out for that. I have been catching, he's been in those sales, good prices. All right, we're doing the worn version. Control Shift E, export that, pop back over into the directory. We're going to rename everything. These ones are going to say Worn Glitter 01. Back over here, got all of that. How big are these, by the way? 4K, okay. Just making sure I didn't accidentally have things still set at 8K. Okay, so that's that one. I'm saving weird glittery textures for the Nocturne Gown. There is that. That would be the worn version for glitter too. We might as well just sort that out, right? Open output directory, which is going to read. You know what I don't need? I don't need to reuse the opacity map. I don't need that height map. I'm not going to need. These will be different though, so we're going to rename them. Keeping these. This is for the glitter 2. Excellent. Come back over here. Cut that. Come over to here. Paste. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up because I have 3 files in here I don't need. Okay, so the worn glitter height map is duplicated by just the regular glitter height map. That normal map, is it just the same thing as then there's this worn glitter opacity is the same as the regular opacity. And lose that. Then back here, I just need the regular glitter. He's awesome. Like, I'd wear many of the clothes like what he designed when you were a young single sailor on Liberty. And that's how he attracted the snow bunny. Suddenly he had to take single out of that description. Exporting. All right, we're going to come back over here. I'm going to rename all of that. This is going to be Glitter 02 without the worn. There we go. Okay, Nocturne Gown's got all its textures done. I just have to load these up as materials, which I'm going to do later. Control S. Save that. I'm going to close this so that I can restart it. I don't need that file there anymore. Power renamer, I don't need that either. Let's take a look at Twilight Teddy. So I'm going to just get rid of this stuff in here. Like, this is called thumbnail. Let's save that. Let's do file new. All right, and now let's take a look at where I am with that teddy. I'm still kind of on the fence what I want to do with this teddy. But I think for starters, I'm going to get some stitching in here. I'm thinking I might add some details with the displacement map, so maybe we'll work on that a little bit. Where am I? There I am. When I wanted to check my morse, did I already get my morse? I think I have to clean up the morse still. Maybe we'll just do... That needs some Z brushing, I believe. Let's see where I left off with that. Did you attach? You didn't attach. Let's try that again. Oh, you're not parented. Bad boy. Yeah, I gotta resave this because it wasn't saved. It was saved in an unparented. Should be good. Let's double check my surfaces. Those look good. Excellent. Let's check our morphs. Going to move the Escalade early. All right. See you when you get back, buddy. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on this. You know what? I'm going to touch up the morphs in this. Then we're going to get back to resaving it with it parented properly, I think. So where am I? I'm going to come over here to favorites. And we're just going to do that. You see that needs some cleaning up. So you're gonna suffer through watching me clean these up in ZBrush. So I'm gonna come over here where I have morphs saved. This way I can copy and paste more file names. And we're gonna start here. So that one there, breast cleavage, that needs some work. So I'm just gonna copy that. We pop back over to here, activate the good old Go Z, accept that. Fingers crossed. I haven't touched the Go Z since we last launched Daz, so it should be good. There's ZBrush. Huzzah. All right, get that in here. Activate edit. Do that. Click on that, which of course sends it over to the other screen. Get this back over into here. Let's see, you're covering out my chat. Let's move it. Okay, I'm going to remember to use the mirroring this time. All right, make that smaller. Adjust the intensity down. Adjust the smooth intensity down. And we are good to start fixing these things. Oops. I said I was just going to use mirror, and of course I didn't do it. There we go. Let's just check the straps, make sure nothing funny's happening. It's good. I want to just smooth that out a little bit, maybe. I like that. Activate our bridge. Paste in that copied name. Overwrite, accept. Happiness. All right, breast diameter. That poking through just a little bit, so we're going to fix that. It goes away with the mesh smoothing, but I want it to look good without mesh smoothing. But I do want to see the mesh smoothing in case the smoothing's inadvertently causing some poke through. So smooth you out just a little bit and bring you up. Check the other side. Should be good. Paste that name, overwrite, accept. All right, we're using the perspective camera, so when I undo, it doesn't change the camera. Boy, that needs a lot of loving. I'm just gonna smooth you out, bring you out. All right, how's the other side looking? It's almost there. I think we're good. Dang it. I don't know what I clicked on. Nope, I crashed it. Damn it. I clicked on the wrong button. I done broke it good. We're gonna have to redo these. I missed Go Z by that much. So I was punished for it. I'll see if I can do this again without screwing it up too much. Fortunately, I hadn't gotten that far on that, right? Don't you just hate it when that happens? Exactly, Rod. And I'm back in the car paint. All right, Twilight Teddy, people, Genesis 8, clothing, me, Twilight Teddy folder. Drop that on there. You aren't parented, so before I forget, I'm going to parent you properly. Good to go, and then we're going to go to town. Okay, select that first, then select that as well. Holding the control key down. Come over here, go to favorites and run through these again. And am I in perspective view? I am. Okay, excellent. And once again, just come over here and copy that file name. Activate Go Z. And this time try to be a little more careful about not hitting the wrong button. Okay, once again, I gotta resize all of this. Lower the intensity, lower the smoothing intensity. X for mirroring. I'm just gonna smooth you out a little bit, and then we're just gonna back up. I got a little bit of a poke through there. No, that's just dirt on the monitor. Never mind. One of these days I'll clean my monitor off and I'll stop doing that. And I'll get new glasses too. All right, I think we're good. That looked like it did something. Okay, that had a little bit of poke through in the bottom there. So we're gonna get that. Smooth a little bit and then pull it back up. Should be good. Okay, I know that Brescon had a lot of work on it. This is where we crashed last time. And you can see the smoothing modifier fixes all of that, but I say, I don't want to really just depend on using that to fix stuff like that. I'll just go in and make sure it just works. Think I'm good. Oh no, wait, there was I thought there was an issue here last time. I don't know, maybe I fixed it right off the bat and didn't even realize it. All right, breast heavy. Ooh, that needs a lot of loving. No, it's almost as if I didn't do this. Right, you're left a little bit right there, aren't you? I think that's going to be fine. I wish I could save it with that checkbox on there. That would save a couple of clicks. I'm at that point in my life where every click makes a difference. So that was good. We're going to do the left and then the right individually. I thought I had done my. Oops, I accidentally pasted. I thought I had run this against my bodysuit. Almost like I haven't yet. Oh, my breast diameter is still on. Wah. That probably made a difference on the heavy morph. Well, we got to double check that heavy morph. Somebody still had diameter on. I still have diameter on when I did breast gone. Damn it. We can just check those and fix them. I didn't need to mirror that, did I? Oh, dang it. Gotta do that again because I accidentally did an undo in here. Because this is just left and right sides, we're going to turn mirroring off. Then just do that. I can't see chat anymore. I gotta fix that. Sorry. Okay, let's come back over here and set you up so I can actually still see the chat window over there. It's good. All right, I'm going to do the right side. I don't even know if that was broken. I wasn't watching. It was broken. Okay. Smooth and pull it back up. Should be good. I copy I did not. That says R. And how do you look when we dial? So this dials in both of those. I got a little bit of poker on that. Just a little annoying. That's actually control right there. Oh, and you know what? I can put mirroring back on. I forgot to do that. I'll try to remember to do it on the next one. Turn that off. So I had. Are you okay or you need work? You need a little bit of work because I had the diameter turned on when I fixed that one. Oh, and I did want to put the mirroring back on. How are we looking over there? Maybe just smoothie out a little bit. Just fine. Press on, overwrite, accept. Should be good. All right. I had diameter dialed in when I fixed the heavy, so I'm going to check that. I think that needs a little bit of cleanup as well. We'll just take a quick look, make sure. I guess not. Of course, I am touching it up anyhow. I think that heavy morph probably got a little weird. Do you push stuff back in? You do. Do you not work on the other side? You know what? I'm not affecting the edge. Let's fix that. I think I'm going to live with that. All right, now we're on breast natural. We'll do the left one first. You know what? I think that looked fine. Yeah, I don't need see anything that needs fixing there. I think that was fine. That's looking okay. Fresh shape one. So that's going to need some work. I think that's going to be good. Brush shape 2. See, that even's got a little bit of poke through there when it smooths out. So this is the reason why I leave the smoothing on while I'm doing this. So I'm going to copy that. Go to Z. So right there, you're not seeing that, but it happens. So I know I have to touch it up just a little bit up there. Help prevent that. Right up, maybe pull that up just a little bit. See if that gets fixed. That did get fixed. Excellent. All right, 3, same thing. A little bit needs fixing there. Looking good over there? Looking fine over here? Think so. Five. I think we're good here. Six. I saw a little. You're back. Is that Marvel's name? No, this is ZBrush. I'm making morph adjustments in ZBrush. And we're using the old gold Z. Those Z is really nice when it works. Brush size 7. A little bit of smoothing. And we just kind of build it back out. So I don't get no pokies. Oh, I still have a little bit of shape from 6 left. It was teeny. It was fine. All right, we're getting there. Was that? I can't remember. Was that 7? That was 7 because I see nothing bad happened. 8. Need to do a little bit of work on 8. And that right there happened with the smoothing. So I'm not going to see that in ZBrush, but I got to remember to kind of touch that up anyhow. So that was right there. That should be 8. All right, looking good. Breast size. Oop. Breast size, copy that. No, at this point, nah, I can't remember these things. DBM breast size, I'm not sure I could spell that right if I wanted to. I got a little bit up here. And, I do a little bit of smoothing and then we build it back up. I think I'm good. All right, breast small. That looks fine. All right, I'm going to save the breast morphs. So select that. Just going to do modified asset, base. Click on that. These should, what's in the hidden? I'm just making sure I don't have anything bad in here somewhere. Sometimes these morphs end up in the wrong spot. So these should all be in here somewhere. Although, you know what? I'm just going to follow this just to be sure I don't accidentally not save one. All right, should be good. So select the Teddy, select your Genesis 8. Then we're down here. Body size. Dang, there's a little bit up there. Over here, and we are looking for body size, FBM body size. So we'll just take a peek and make sure there isn't anything weird happening on the straps at the back. Probably okay. A body tone. No, that looked fine. A bodybuilder details. Oh, gotta touch that one up. Yo, DJ Ray, how are you doing? New rubber duck game tonight. I think I've seen the rubber duck game. I'm working on morphs at the moment for this outfit. This is actually going to be lingerie, I believe. The bodybuilder details is done. Hey, everybody, check out our good friend DJ Ray. Now it goes by the name Partey. DJ Ray. There we go. Streaming 5 nights a week, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Spinning the tunes, playing games, and stuff like that. That is good. Bodybuilder detail done. Bodybuilder size. Yep, getting a little bit of fix in there. To fix that. Fix that. Maybe a little fixing in there. Take a look in the back. See if we can spot anything that needs fixing. Probably good. Ooh, working on the TNA story. Cool. Activate go Z, go V, overwrite and accept. Right, shut that down. Let's see how bodybuilder is looking. I think I saw a little bit right there. Was that also in the size and I just didn't see it earlier? No, I don't think that was. Yeah, I'm getting just a little bit of clipping in the thighs there with bodybuilder. Let's clean that up just a little bit. Right there, ever so slightly. All right, let's take a look and see if the back looks okay. Shoulder's fine. You know, the rest of this is looking good. Right, turn bodybuilder off. Emaciated. Needs a little bit of work. Did I just press the wrong thing? No, I didn't. Oh, we're fine. Looking good. Well, you know, I'm just doing the swimsuit, but thanks, Ray. Control V, emaciated, overwrite, accept. Okay, check the fitness details. I did not even see that move. Check the fitness size. Good in the back. Looking okay in the front. Style and fitness. I think that looks fine. Okay, let's do the heavy. I think I saw a little bit on the underbreast there. Let's go and fix that. Copy the name of the morph. Go into ZBrush. All right, we got a little bit down here. And I think I was seeing some, yeah, right up in here. You know what? I'm going to smooth that out and then pull it out. Trying to, I think we're good. I need a little bit right there. You know what? I'm going to smooth. I'm going to make this smaller. Smooth this out. I need this elsewhere, or is that it? Let's check the back. I think the back was looking okay. I think we're good. It's the yellow gnome. She's a healthy lass. All right, I think that's good. There's the pear figure. Oh, just a wee bit of touch up on the pear figure. I want my thing to be a little bit larger. Smooth, then pull that out. And I think we're probably good to go. All right, we've got two more. thin. I think thin looked fine. Then voluptuous. With the way this has been going, voluptuous is going to need a little bit of work under the breast. Right? Just a little bit of work under the breast. Is that good? I'm going to check the thighs. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so the base morphs are done for the Genesis 8 version. I'm going to do something similar for Genesis 9, but probably not on stream. So now we're going to go take a look at setting up textures for this thing. So this is based off of a real world lingerie, and it actually had this cool lace kind of ran through here. I want to try to maybe do something like that. Anyhow, let's save these morphs, and then I'm going to resave the outfit. I don't trust resaving the outfit to make sure my morphs get saved. Then we're just going to do that. And we're here. Because when we originally got saved, it's not parented. I need to save it as parented. You are Twilight Teddy. People. Genesis 8. Clothing. Me. Twilight Teddy. There's the TT Twilight Teddy G8 female. Save over that. Save yes. We'll check to make sure this stuff is all good. Looks fine. Yeah, I think I've already got this set up for substance, so I don't have to save that. So I think, did I just, I may have actually done some work on this last night now that I'm thinking about it. We don't need ZBrush anymore. But thank you for your service. I don't think I need Photoshop open in the background here, so we'll close that down. Go take a look at where I left off with the teddy in Substance Painter. And now I'm out of milk. There it is. Let's see. Okay, I didn't. I'm going to set up the stitching on this. Also, I'm thinking I might add some details on here, but I'm going to do that with displacement maps. I might need to open up Photoshop again. Also, I did want to put this. I picked up a merchant resource with lace, so I think I'm going to try to load those into here. Try to use that along this edge here. It might need a little bit of work to get these lace bits to work the way I need to work them in here. All right, I'm going to do let's make a paint layer. You know what? I got a paint layer. I'm going to set up the stitching. I think we'll do that. Have I baked you yet? I think I did. Yeah, because I made the IDs already, didn't I? Yeah, I got my IDs. Okay, never mind. I kind of remember where I'm at. So we're going to set up the stitching. Let's do this. And I need to set up a fill layer in here so I can see what I'm doing. Change the color on that so it's obnoxious and obvious. I'm going to put a black mask on this. I'm going to put a color selector on there. And I'm going to just click on these trim parts so I can kind of see where they are. See, that really helps things. So this is where I'm going to put the stitching inside of these. And we're going to use the pen tool, so I'm going to be over here. Click back onto this. I need to put that in front of that so I can here. Can't see what I'm doing over here because just the way I have to. I got to make you wider or something. There it is. We're going to use this top stitch. I'm going to line. And I don't think that's symmetrical, so I have to do both sides. Never mind. Something's supposed to say pen up there and it's missing. Because there it is. It's a cool tool, but I can't see what I'm doing because the damn path is in the way. So where's my size? Let's switch my size to maybe that's looking too small. That's looking okay. You know what? I think I'm going to change the color of that. And I want to make this red so it's easy to spot what I'm doing. Also, I can change that. Let's make sure we add a normal map to that. And are you still looking? Oh, I'm in the material. Oh, you didn't get changed up. Perfect. Press it. No. Why did you do that? Normal. Red. There we go. My stitching is too thick. I can't see it. I think that's going to be fine. So do I want to do double stitch on this maybe? No, I didn't want to do a zigzag. I wanted to do triple step. No, I don't want that. Elastic shell tuck stitch. Stretch blind hem stitch. Double stitch. You know what? I'm just going to do double stitches on these. I don't know. Probably be fine. All right, and I'm just going to run stitches along all these trims. Just that. For sure. You know what? I should have made that a single. Can I connect these things? That would be too easy, right? I can't join those. That's a flaw. All right, I'm gonna. You know what? You're probably in the right spot there. Just delete that. Fine. All right, moving along. Oh, I forgot. Should not make that. We're getting there. I want to go back and clean placements up on some of these. I can't click too close to an existing line or it starts thinking that that's what I'm actually working on. To be able to get through the crotch. It's just going to get really. No, I think I got plenty. I got way too much material down there, actually. This really becomes a hot mess, doesn't it? Maybe I should just fix that up later. Can I just come along? No, I can't. That would have been too easy. Give up after you hit 70. Okay. One for the. I don't. What crotch? What crotch? I see no crotches. Am I done? I'm almost done. Well, I mean, I'm not done. I gotta still make tweaks. Um, they accidentally thinks I wanted to work over there. I'm trying to click over here. Just touching up the placements of some of these. What are you doing all the way over there? Be you fool. Just touching up, closing these gaps a little bit that these are, I didn't put them this close to begin with just because it keeps snapping to an existing line. If I try that, clicked on you. There we go. Um, all right, I think that's going to be the stitching portion of the program. All right, let's hit save on this for now. All right, I wanted to run a lace pattern through here. I'm going to try that. I picked up a merchant resource, so let's get that installed. See if I can find it. I think I downloaded it, didn't I? That would make things more convenient. I apparently did not download it yet, or I moved it somewhere already. Let's go take a look in my merchant resource folder and see if it's over there. I do not see my purchase from the last couple of days, so I'm going to have to sneak over to Renderosity and download this again. So I'm going to do that over on screen 2. I think I'm over in my account somewhere. There it is. I have a download all there. Boom. All right, I'm going to cut that from there. I'm going to paste that over into here. Merchant resource, control V. Let's take a look at what's inside of this. I just have PNG files. Okay, let's unzip this then. Did that. And let's take a look what we got here. I want to use something. Maybe something like this, but just on the edge a little bit. Kind of like maybe. I'm going to process this a little bit with Photoshop, I think. That should be seamless. Is it perfectly? So in Photoshop, I think maybe I'm going to try to trim it down and see if it's seamless in here. Also, I need to put it into a square for what you call it. And I want to run this along a line here. So I'm going to recenter this and put it into a kind of a square. So let's get this into Photoshop. And we're going to make a black and white alpha out of this, or a grayscale. And I can't see. So you know what? I'm just going to do this for a little bit. And I'm going to try to just crop it down to here to get that into a square. Zoom in real close. Set up a right there. I'm going to put a line right there. I'm going to go 1, 2, and our line was right there. So let's do that. Another guide right there. Looking good. Do image crop. Now I want to, how big are you now? Image size. You are currently 481. So I want to make this 481 by 481. Over here to image. Canvas size 481 by 481. Say okay to that. And the way I'm going to work with this, I want this on the center line. Do I have a, are you going to snap? Yes. Oops. I'm going to move this down. Somewhere about there. And file. I bring you in. It's just a PNG with a transparency. I want to save this twice. I want to save it like this, and I'm also going to put black in the background. Actually, I think I just might need black in the background. Let's just go ahead and do that. New layer. Save, save, save. Yes, Mr. Ray. I'm not going to save this. Now I'm going to save this. File, save as a copy. Where maybe we take that cap block and then try typing square. I'm going to pop over into here. Do that. No, actually, this. All right, let me see if I can make this brush. Hum diddy hum diddy hum diddy hum. I come over to brush. Can I do new brush? Does this work? Do I do that? Nope. I just closed it. Dang it. I do want to see that window. Or properties, right? There it is. You are back. Okay. I can't clear it. Ah. Hmm. Oh yeah, I remember now. It's coming. It's coming back to me. There we go. Um. File. Import resources. Okay. Add a resource. You are over here in projects, merchant resources in at in Naeus in lace trims here, and that one right there. And I'm going to call you an alpha. Basically, what I want to do is I want to drag that onto an opacity map here. Just the color on that. Did I get an opacity with that? I did. Oh, we have to adjust the flow and things. Right. Uh, spacing and stuff. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. Spacing. Okay, you're not orienting. We want it to orient kind of like that. Which is probably 270. Nope. Are you? No, you're not really helpful, are you? Yeah, I want it to run along the path. Kind of like that. Is there an option for that? I think there is, actually. Follow path. Oi. At 270. And you're not curving very well when you follow that path, though, are you? Well, you're a shit-tastic tool. um, I'm sorry, I meant craptastic. It's not really bending along, is it? I might end up having to do this with Photoshop, just because this isn't going to do what I need it to do. I don't know, where's my hardness? Am I not seeing a hardness in here somewhere? Size, flow, spacing, alpha. You know what? That's what's. Get rid of that. That really is not working quite well. Where's that follow path again? That's what I'm looking for. What are you? Build path. I heard a noise. Why did I hear a noise? Oh, Ray, thank you for that gift sub to Art. I appreciate that, man. Smudge along a path, fill path, erase along a path, minimum flow. I'm probably going to have to build this thing in Illustrator and use it there. Where in the world did that follow path go? I was just had it there just a minute ago, right? It was a checkbox that I clicked on. Follow path right there. That doesn't give me any options to distort as it follows the path. Otherwise, I'd be done. Okay, I'm going to have to do this in Illustrator, I think. What I wanted to do basically is kind of run that lace along a path here. But this program doesn't want me to do that. I was going to make it really big. And I was going to put it on the inside, and it was going to look pretty. So I think I'm just going to set up a couple materials in here. And what do we got? Oh, it's almost quitting time anyhow. So let me just throw a silk or something on here and call it a day. Do that, or maybe I'll just, yeah, let's do I'm just going to set up a basic lace with a silk. Just going to take my generic silk and dump that there. I take you and bring you over here. You are my stitches. Over here, play with the Tiling on that. I'm going to tweak this a little bit. Like that. I think we're going to dial that strength on the normal map back a little bit for that. How do I do that? Is there an option? I think I can just do it here, right? That was too subtle. We want just a hint of the wrinkles in there. Kind of like that. I think we're going to go with that. Okay, so why are you looking weird? Did I get any weird flip to normals in here? Oh well, let's put some lace on here. Do that. Actually, let's do it like this. I'm going to place that right there. I'm going to tile that up. Maybe not. I'm not crazy about that now that I'm looking at it again. I'm not really crazy about any of these though, am I? Different duck gamer. Thank you for that. Totally not wanting that one. I'm probably going to play with different laces until use. Did I not drag and drop you in there? It stopped. Right, that might be crashing. We're gonna take this opportunity to find somebody to raid. I should have an auto recovery or something. I'm not losing too much with Substance Painter. But anyhow, thank you all for being here. Let's go see who's on the Twitch first. Yep, that was it. Substance died. Anyhow, so we made a little bit of progress on this outfit today. We made a little bit of progress on the Nocturne outfit today. So they're coming along. Let's take a look. Where are you? So I still, yeah. So the making progress. There we go. Let's go say hi to somebody. Let's raid. Hey, if there's anybody watching on the YouTube, remember like and subscribe, baby. Come over here. It is Thursday, January 26th. I turn older on Saturday, so feel free to join us then. I'll have a Redbubble giveaway so you can buy a mug or something else. Or just yeah, we'll do that. Let's see who is on. Who is on? Looking for our friends. Let's scroll up from the bottom. Wait, DJ Ray's on? How is this? How is this? What the hell, Ray? Let's go over and say hi to Ray. Uh Looks good. I'm just gonna double check and make sure there's nobody else that I absolutely positively should go say hi. But I think we'll go over and just hang out with Ray. I see Permafried Wookie is on. Lady Athria is on. Thyristina is on. Irukan. And we're just going to go hang out with Ray. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I will be back Saturday at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. for 3D modeling. Then we're back for the Saturday Night Social. Yay, it's my birthday. Lead the raid. Where are we going? Where are we going? To the dance floor. Yes, sir. To the dance floor. So let's do this. Hey, if you're not subscribed, use that. If you are subscribed, feel free to use the subreddit call. I'm gonna go say hi to DJ Ray. Am I frozen? I can't tell. I'm not frozen. Okay. Um slash grade. I have to copy and paste this because he changed his name. And Control V, do that. Hey, feel free to join the Discord if you haven't already. If you drop stuff in the gallery, we will share it on Saturday at 8 p.m. on the Saturday Night Social. Oh yeah, and remember.
Is that a salami in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me?
Yeah.
It's a salami.
It's a salami. Alrighty. Thank you all for being here. Let's go over and say hi to DJ Ray. Say hey, DJ Ray. I'm copying my rate call. I don't see my rate call. Why do I not see my rate call? What the hell? What the hell, rate call? Where are you? I did it wrong again. Holy guacamole. There it is. Now we're good to go. All right. Thank you all for being here. I hope you all have a good rest of a Thursday or Friday for those of you on the happy side of the planet. And hasta la vista, baby.